Peace. So we've gone through this Mercury retrograde, and now we're in the period where it's stationed direct, but we're in this beginning period where we've collected all of this data, right? Because Mercury retrograde is the period of time where we're able to reflect on the past and really look at how we've gotten to where we're at. And I think a lot of information has been able to really be seen in its entirety, and a lot of light has been shed on certain blind spots that we might not have seen about ourselves, about our actions and behaviors, a lot of ways in which we've been harmful to each other, and also how to move forward and how to really stay rooted in our sacredness, where we are taking accountability for our actions. We are taking accountability of how we're moving, and how we're impacting each other, because I think we're coming into love, and it's a very love is a complex, layered, and ever-changing energy that's being embodied between not only two people, but within ourselves, for our livelihoods, for our lives, for our world, for our community, for our families. Like, love is very complex, to say the least. It sums it up though, but it's complex. And I think that as we move forward from the reflection period, from the meditating and really evaluating and observing our essence at its purest state, and also our essence at our states where we're operating out of trauma and fear and separation, and realizing like, wow, that's really not me at my highest embodiment of myself, and acknowledging that we've been there, because that's okay. We have to experience that in order to experience what it felt like to be in a situation, in situations, and a state of being where we weren't being true to ourselves at our core, in order to identify when we are being true to ourselves at our core. And now we're coming into that, and that's sacred, right? And that's our sacred embodiment, and that's what we came here to do, is to embody our sacredness in our unlimited expression, and really standing in our square and being sturdy and honoring that, we have the ability to live our lives not only for ourselves and our highest expression, but also as a reflection of the love that has been poured into us, right? From our community to our friends and our family and our loved ones, and within that highest expression of ourselves, also the acknowledgement that, like, there's Birdie, but also the acknowledgement that it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, and sometimes it also takes disappointing people, because some people really won't understand you. Some people really won't, whole communities might not understand you or see your light, and it might take time in order for them to see your worthiness, but it's really important for you to see it within yourself first. And so I feel like that's also another layer within the love that we're rediscovering, because it's never been lost, but we're rediscovering this love and remembering the love that we have within ourselves, within our hearts, and yeah, yeah, it definitely takes time. It takes time to like fully embody this self, this person, um, and the mission, and integrate the little small minute details like the practices every single day. One thing that I've been doing more often is praying every single day. It really helps to ground me. I chant Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. It's part of the Lotus Sutra. It's Nichiren Buddhism. I was raised in it. I was raised in the practice. I'm a fortune baby. That's what they call babies born into the practice, which, you know what? I freaking love. I love it. It literally warms my heart. It makes my heart sing to be recognized as a fortune baby. All my kids will be fortune babies. They will. All my children. I think all babies are fortune babies. That's the truth. But yeah, so like the small minute details, this is Virgo season. We're really into the 6th house, which is the routine. How are you really serving your highest state every single day? What are you doing? What are you eating? Is it healthy? Are you praying? Are you acknowledging your spirit? Are you acknowledging your physical body? Are you acknowledging your mind? Are you working towards your dreams? Are you putting your best foot forward as much as you can? As much as you can do, as much as your capacity will allow you to exert yourself, then exert yourself in the best way. But yeah, that's what I see. I just see like sacredness really being dropped down into our everyday. And really working towards the love that we have within our hearts, because the love that we have within our hearts, it takes a lot of work. I also am acknowledging the fact that we're breaking generational traumas and curses and patterns. I also like term generational patterns and habits, because patterns and habits are definitely possible to change, and in my mind I could see a way out of them, and I already have. Like, the thing is, what I've also acknowledged is, there are chosen ones within family units, and we're here to break those generational patterns and habits. And now I feel like as I've grown into my womanhood, as my prefrontal lobe, my frontal lobe is being fully formed, right? Because I'm about to turn 25 this year. As it fully develops, I'm now coming to this level of consciousness within this journey and recognizing the truth behind what I'm doing, what I'm here to do, the mission, the purpose, right? And also recognizing that unconsciously I've always been doing this. Unconsciously, since I was a child, I've always had this mindset. I've always had this acknowledgement that this is what I'm here to do. And you could see that. I look at baby photos of me. I look at little, adolescent photos of me, and I was really the same person, and so were you. Like, you've always been this person, and now you're just being consciously aware of the person that you are. Especially as found adults, because as children, I feel like we have this imagination that it runs wild, but also we're always guided by our spirit guides and angelic forces to be drawn to certain things, and drawn to certain people, drawn to certain places, drawn to certain clothing items, drawn to certain expressions of ourselves, right? And those things are just keys to the mission, keys to what we're fully here as. I wanted to say, like, ew, that was so. What I was gonna say was just felt like a program. It felt like a program, but I was gonna say, like, as active citizens, or as like actively participating citizens within this society. I feel like a full program. It was one. Conspiracy. It's a program. Every time I get a little notification and a message while I'm channeling, I know that it's a confirmation. But yeah, no, as we just come into our sacredness as women, as men, as individuals, as they, them, however you identify, but grown versions, because to be grown takes life experience. You know, I still honor my inner child. I still acknowledge her. I still embody her at certain moments. But now that I'm coming into this womanhood, ain't no turning back. Ain't no turning back from what I've seen. You know, I can't unsee that, and I can't unlearn that, and I can't unbe that. So this is who I am. You know what I mean? So yes, it's all beautiful. It's all beautiful. But yeah, practice, eating, exercise, getting sun, valuing, grounding. Thank you. Just knowing it's possible. It's possible. It's possible. And we trust each other. And it's possible. And we speak life into each other. And it's possible. And it's possible. And it's possible. Whatever you want to do in this life, it's possible. The good that you want to spew out from your aura, the good that you want to create is possible. That dream that you have is possible. Ain't nothing impossible. And so you create your reality. And write it out. Keep a journal, write it out. Write down the signs, the symbols, the synchronicities, the messages. If you receive something, you receive a message, write it down. It's really helpful. It's helped me out a lot. See something in your immediate reality that reminds you of someone, write it down. Because it helps you to reference back. That's also how I've also moved forward within this period. Like, I can refer back to the notes that I've collected and the downloads that I've collected. Within the notes. So yeah, write it down. Breathe, drink water, do yoga, dance. Also, have fun. Have fun. Life's fun. It's joyful. It can be a lot sometimes when you're like really deep in the work, but it also is really fulfilling and fun. So I hope this made a lot of sense, because I'm still in the processing period, so a lot is still being unraveled and interpreted, but I did the best that I could. So yeah, peace out.